Hey there, it's Sunday with Honey Brand Marketing, and I want to encourage you to subscribe. You know what to do. Subscribe to this video and also connect with me. Join our newsletter so you can get more tips like this directly to your inbox that really help you scale and grow your business to the next level. Yes. In today's video, we want to talk about, or I want to talk to you about, brand content marketing and brand content marketing for B2B versus B2C brands. All right, and I have some notes here. So you may see me look down from time to time. But if you have a B2B business, then how you share what it is that you do to your audience is a little bit different than those of you who have B2C brands. Now, if you need to break that down a little bit, B2B has to do with business to business, selling, communication, talking, content. And then if you have a B2C brand, that has to do with business to consumer. And hopefully that's pretty straightforward. So a business to business or business to consumer. Now, if you have a business to business brand, B2B, then you want to be doing white papers, you want to be doing case studies, and you want to talk to your audience from an educational standpoint. You want them to experience your brand as someone who you have to think of your audience member as someone who I like to think of it in terms of dating, right? So you have the courtship dating, which is like B2B, and then B2C, you have your speed dating. And the reason why I like to use courtship for B2B is because case studies, white papers, and educational content marketing is really about that long haul. It's really about let's really date each other. Let's really get to know each other. Let me see how you think. Am I learning something when I'm with you? Are you teaching me something? Am I growing? Am I becoming a better version of myself and interacting with you? Okay, let me also look at your case studies. Who have you helped in the past? What were the results? Maybe you do webinars if you have a B2B business. And so people can join your webinars and get so much download information from you that they know by the end of the webinar, okay, this person really knows their stuff. And if I ever want to do this with someone professionally, I know that I'm going to be hiring them, right? So you have to think of it from that perspective. It's that fine dining, it's that long-term courtship, it's that person who knows that they know that they know that they're the one worth putting the ring on, right? Speed dating versus speed dating. Now, speed dating has its points, okay, and it has its value. Don't get me wrong, it has its value, but it's a whole different energy, right? And speed dating, for example, if you think about it, it's a bunch of people, you're timed, and you have the opportunity to get up and meet several different people. I don't want to say a lot of competition, but there's a lot of options, and you in a short period of time are able to make a connection with someone, or you don't make a connection with someone, or you make a connection with everybody. And so, yeah, it's hilarious, but it's a really great analogy to think about. Courtship, that one-on-one, intimate, getting to know each other versus that speed dating. Okay, let's go move, let's go. What's next? Who am I getting? Oh, this person's getting on my nerves. Next person, like, that kind of energy. So B2C is more like the speed dating. And I'm going to look at my notes for this one, okay? People are going to be coming to you looking for what are the benefits? If I work with you, what are the benefits? Give me the quick, the dirty. What do I gain from partnering with you? Okay. Secondly, storytelling. All right. When you sit down and you have someone's attention, that's a B2C, your customer, your client, your consumer of your business, product, or service, you have their attention for however long, and today's attention spans are even shorter than they once were. And they are there to figure out what's your story and what are the benefits. Why do I care? Who are you? Do I click with you? Do I have a connection with you? What's up? Right? Like they're not taking their time to really try to find, like, okay, where is the most value bang for my buck, the way that people are with B2B businesses. B2B businesses, for the most part, like if you think about a baseball stadium, a baseball stadium has to have grass, they have to have dirt, they have to have mounds, they have to have bats, they have to have balls, they have to have referees, whistles. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that are just required for the game to be played professionally at the professional level, right? And so they know they're going to have a grass vendor. They know they're going to have a lawn care service provider. They know they're going to have mounds, right? And so at some point, they are going to work with another business to fulfill those business needs that they have. Now, baseball also has B2C. They have the customer that's going to be buying tickets or buying suites. That's another type of selling to that person. But then there's, like I said, the B2B, that's more of a long term, one on one courtship. Okay, why should we work with you? What are your case story studies? Who have you worked with before? What can I learn? What is the education here? That purchase is a little bit different versus, selling to this corporation who has a suite, every game at the such and such. Like, that's just a different type of storytelling. The reason why that person's coming to your business is different than you partnering with the person for the baseball mounds. Hopefully that clarifies a little bit. But let me get back to my speed dating. Okay. So benefits, storytelling, and you're looking for short wins when it's B2C. Now, it doesn't mean that it's short impact. You can have a huge transformational impact on a person. For example, there are many of you that come to me that are coaches, or you are in like intellectual property, digital content, and digital sales space where you're selling audios or audio books, or you're an author or that kind of thing, right? And so you're in the transformation, you're in the business of transformation for people's lives. Now, it doesn't mean that because it's a short win or short sales that the impact is any less great or the transformation is any less great. But one thing that coaches and authors and speakers that are selling intellectual properties, it's important for you to remember that you are a B2C brand. You are selling to consumers. You're not selling to other businesses. Even if you're selling to other women who run businesses, if you are selling them personal development work or personal development content or personal transformation content or courses or practices, they are consuming that for their individual person. And so, it can, some of it may blur a little bit. Like, I don't think they're going to be as interested in your case studies, but they are still going to be interested in your benefits. And that's why benefits is still there for B2C, okay? Because it's a little bit different. It's benefits, it's storytelling. What's the hook? What's the buy in, that makes me feel like I connect with this coach or this leader or this speaker, or if I have a fashion brand or ice cream brand, what's the story behind this? Some people will support you simply because, like, again, speed dating, there's a bunch of different options here, but I like this person's story that resonates with me, and I get the benefits of working with this person, right? And then lastly, the short win, the sale. Okay. And so when you can think about it differently like that, B2B versus B2C, hopefully that helps clarify for you a little bit the type of content marketing that you're going to be putting together for your business. All right. You're not, when you're looking at short wins, benefits, and storytelling, it needs to be more bite sizable, consumable. You need to kind of make a big impact kind of quickly. You need to gather a person's attention, or you just need to have an organic vibe with someone, because there's a lot of different options in the marketplace. Versus courting and one on one, that person that's coming to you for B2B business is looking to build that longer term partnership. They're looking to work with somebody probably repeatedly over time. They're looking for someone that has the results. They're looking for the case studies. They want to learn when they're with you. They want to grow. They want to be educated. They want to know that you're an expert in the industry. Versus B2C, again, depending on the type of business that you're in, even like I said, if you're a transformational coach and you feel like, well, I'm transforming people's lives, it is a more long term commitment. They have to be invested to move forward. Okay, but they may be a lifer with you and you have brand loyals, and that's awesome. And you can have brand loyals for B2C customers. You can have that. Um, but you have to understand that the way that that customer is going to buy into you, that individual is going to buy into you, the process is a little bit different in how you talk to them, how you communicate with them, and how you display what it is that you do online for them, when the marketplace can seem really buzzy and saturated like a speed dating environment. Okay. And there's a way for you, like, this is the last thing I'm going to say and then I'm going to end. There's a way for you, even in a speed dating environment, because for whatever reason, I'm sensing there could be people that have really strong resistance to that. and feel that that's not their business at all. Okay, that may not be the energy of your business. You can still have a grounded, earthy, sensual um, energy and vibe that makes people slow down. Like, even when you think about speed dating, if you've ever done it, if you've never done it, seen it on a video, know what it is, imagine, just try to imagine with me. Every person you sit down at the table with will have a different energy, right? There's some people whose energy is high, quick, fast talker. There's some people whose energy is more chill, more laid back, more vibey, you know? And even though you didn't get to spend that much time with them, something about you may have liked that or resonated with that. Or you want the fast, flashy. Some people resonate with that, right? So just because it's a quicker interaction or a shorter interaction doesn't mean that it lacks quality or depth. You can still be you, and you should be you in the marketplace. Hopefully that makes sense. And if it does, I want you to go ahead and subscribe here. Leave your comments below. Love to see you, connect with you, and learn how I can support you in your business. All right, talk to you later. Ciao.